Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esports Simulation League. This week we are here at Chicagoland for the Goals 150. 3 stages, 36 drivers, and it is going to be crazy. It looks to be like Alan Andretti is going to be starting on the pole, with Evan Straxpool starting to his outside. Javier Vasquez is going to take inside row number 2, with David Leathers starting to the outside of row number 2 there in the 111 machine. CJ Slava going to be starting inside row number 3 in that 222 machine. First time he's starting up in the top 10. We'll see what he can do on the start of this race. He's got Smith on his outside in that Klondike number 31, starting 8th place. Bobby Leo Moxon, actually the 48 machine is going to be starting inside row number 5, with the 55 to his outside. Davis going to be starting in the 10th position. Bobby Leo Moxon, Chris Andrews right there behind him in row number 6. But we're coming out of 4. Pace cars ducking off, and they're on the gas side by side. They back off a little bit, and now they're back on the throttle. Green flag in the air. The Goals 150. Oh, and we already got a wreck going into turn number 1. Javier Vasquez gets turned into the wall, spinning around. And who's that just bumps into him? I didn't really see who that was there. But we've got our first wreck. I believe that was Javier Vasquez and David Leathers getting together. They all come up to get towards that wall to get a good entry. And Javier Vasquez just turns right up into David Leathers and turns himself into the wall. Looks like Gerald Smith getting a little bit of it, getting into the back of David Leathers. And it looks like the 42 machine of Jack Brown gets into the 7 just as he's stumbling to a stop. So we've got a bunch of drivers that have got some damage already. Gonna change things up. A big bummer for David Leathers. He's had a great few weeks. Gonna be starting towards the back of this one. And on lap number 1, turn number 1, we've got our first caution, and that is gonna shake things up. Andretti is going to come out on top. Straxpool is going to be in 3rd. You see Brian Delp Jr. going down the pit road there. With all that commotion, CJ Slava is going to be sitting in 3rd in that 222 machine. Looks like we got about 8 drivers or so on pit road at the moment. The 68 machine, the 413. I believe that's also the 41 and Delaney Nash coming out of the pits. Dustin Slater seems like he was on the pits as well. Well, there you have it, folks. A big, crazy start to Chicagoland. Goals 150. And Goals is actually Grade 1 Hockey League Simulation, starting Season 2 of their season. So if you're interested, you can check out the Esports Simulation sponsor Discord for more. And we'll see. These guys made a funny move down the backstretch. They did kind of a little swerve. Does that mean these guys are getting ready to come down pit road? No, they're just doing some weird stuff on the back straightaway. Running low. But we got Andretti out front, Straxpool in second. Slava running in third. Adam Jones made his way up to fourth place in that number 48 machine. Gerald Smith comes out of it clean. Eric Davis right there. And Bobby Leo Moxon and Chris Andrews, they were like in the sixth row and made it through that craziness. The seven spinning all over. So a couple drivers made it through, a couple drivers didn't. Looks like we got a few more drivers on pit road. About 10 of our drivers got some damage in that accident, so they're going to be starting towards the back of the field. We get the 1 to go signal. We're going to double them up and get ready to do this again. You look back about 6 rows, you can see that teal color of Rhett Sawyer. He's had some good success here at Chicagoland. We'll see if he can pull anything out of his hat today. Currently running in 11th position, so not that far to go with only 5 laps complete at the stripe. It is still anyone's race. We'll have 25 laps to go left in the stage number 1. And why not? As we come to the green flag, let's take a ride on board with Al Andretti and get a lap around Chicagoland. See that pace car's about ready to duck on off. He's going to hit the safety of pit road, and the green flag is going to come in the air. Let's see if Andretti can hold on to the lead with Straxpool on his outside as they cross the stripe. Oh! And Al Andretti has the same thing happen with Straxpool. He pushes him up into the wall. We stay green flag for this one. We'll have to go back and see what happened there. Andrews is slowing off the pace. Oh, and we got another wreck. The 24 sliding to the inside. Tough break for Zach Haldorf as he hits hard on the inside wall. It looks like Straxpool and Andretti get into it in the wall. Slows everybody down. Davis is backwards, and Davis hits the 24 and sends the 24 spinning to the inside wall. And a crazy start to the Goals 150 here at Chicagoland. Half your field now has damage. Davis seems to somewhat get away. We see Brian Delp Jr. really got into it. Looks like Davis came up on Straxpool there in the 38 while they were 3 wide and really just pushed Straxpool right up to the wall. And there was just absolutely nowhere to go. Andrews there getting into the wall but keeping it straight. Pratchard there in the 86 making it through unscathed. You see everybody got slowed up coming through the corner with more momentum coming through, and Davis just tried to make it happen 3 wide and just pushed the 38 right into the wall, causing another big wreck. At least it wasn't turn 1 this time, but CJ Slava now up to the point in that 222 machine. But he's got Bobby Leo Moxon right there in third, and Rhett Sawyer, the man we were talking about just before we went green, up to 5th place now. We'll have to see. It looks like we've got 15 drivers that have not come down pit road. Swerving like a snake going around the racetrack. A bunch of caution laps for these guys. Haven't had too many incidents other than stage cautions throughout the time here. And as you see on the right hand side there, the standings as of now, David Leathers up top with only a 4-point gap over Bobby Leo Moxon. David Leathers having a very rough start to the race today, getting into that incident early on, currently running 35th, 3 laps down, and Bobby Leo Moxon is currently in 3rd. So at this present point, Bobby Leo Moxon is going to take your points lead. We'll see if David Leathers can somehow, with all the carnage that's happening in front of him, try to gain some of that time back. We will have to see what happens there. And we are getting the 1 to go signal. And we are going to attempt to do this again. CJ Slava on the point. Gerald Smith, Bobby Leo Moxon. You got the 76 of Waynes McGee up towards the front in 4th with Rhett Sawyer running 5th. Rosca Santagria in the number 35 machine is running in 6th position. Fox Highwind's got that 57 machine up to 7th with Tyler Markle in the number 43 in 8th. David Dunwoody in the 9 or in the 28 is in 9th. And the number 56 machine of Freddie Trammell Jr. is rounding out your top 10. So as they come down the backstretch and come into 3, we're going to do it for the 3rd time. Is there going to be carnage, or can these guys hold it together? A third of the way through the stage, 10 laps in. Going to be 19 to go here. And they get ready. Green flag is in the air. CJ Slava's going to take it. Can he clear Smith before he gets to turn 1? No. We keep it clean. Nobody's bumping. We're getting through 1. We're going 3 wide. The 76 machine's going underneath Smith. The 76 falling far back in the middle of traffic. CJ Slava, there goes Rhett Sawyer past Bobby Leo Moxon, moves Sawyer up to 2nd. Now battling for the lead as they go 3 wide. Rhett Sawyer takes the lead using a lap car as a pick around CJ Slava. 4 wide action as they go down the backstretch. Bobby Leo Moxon getting hung out on the middle. Slava trying to battle back on Highwind on the outside for 2nd. We finally get green flag laps going. Rhett Sawyer, your leader. CJ Slava getting a little loose going through 1. That's going to open up the door for Fox Highwind to get underneath him. There you see Gerald Smith coming back with some run. 3 wide action. Bobby Leo Moxon up the middle. Rich Pratchard on the outside. That is a battle for 4th and 5th. Some 3 wide action behind them. Looks like Steve Bird making his way. Trying to get by Tyler Markle. As you see Brian Delp Jr. slow the pack way down as he goes into the pits. Rhett Sawyer out front. We've got a bunch of lap traffic just all over the racetrack right now. From that incident, everybody coming up out of the pits with some repairs on their race cars. But as we get in line, it's Rhett Sawyer, CJ Slava, Fox Highwind, Rich Pratchard, and Bobby Leo Moxon. Your top five. Bobby Leo Moxon trying to get by Rich Pratchard, but Pratchard's got a pretty fast hot rod today. As we now start to get single file. See a battle going on behind the 76 trying to make a move. They're going to try to go 3 wide going into 2. That's Roscoe Santagria trying to make a move, but he slips up in turns 3 and 4. He's going to allow them guys to get away just a little bit. Ooh, Bird and Santagria almost get into it. They're going to be 3 wide going into turn 3. The 68's got the momentum. He's going to clear those 2. See Tyler Markle using every bit of racetrack going down on the apron. Running that inside line. Rhett Sawyer amassing almost a second lead over Fox Highwind now. Starting to catch the 2 car of Andrews. Chris Andrews currently running 34th position, 4 laps down, so rough start for that guy. Rough start for a lot of the field here. Pretty surprised to see that up in 8th place, Gunny, he pitted on lap number 3 during that second problem and has worked his way 18 positions up from where he started all the way up to 8th place. So Gunny showing a little bit of himself early in the season here. We'll have to see if he can make his way further to the front as Steve Bird works his way trying to get by him on the outside. And Steve Bird is going to get that done. David Dunwoody's fallen back a couple spots. Delaney Nash has gotten by him. Nash also pitted on lap 3. Nash is actually our fast mover of the race so far, up 22 positions from where he started the race. Not too hard to do with the wrecks that were happening, but maintaining that position through the wrecks is another thing. As we see almost 3 wide action as Steve Bird looks down to the inside of Gunny, while Gunny's trying to take on the 115 of Roddy Radnoff. Radnoff's going to get away, and Gunny's going to come under fire from Steve Bird and Delaney Nash. Outside momentum's going to hold on, and Nash is going to try to get by Bird. "23 laps complete. 6 more laps to go to the stage." Fox Highwind trying to get by Bobby Leo Moxon. Take that back. Bobby Leo Moxon's getting by Fox Highwind, and Rich Pratchard's giving him a push. These two working together a little bit here at Chicagoland. Move Moxon up to 3rd, Pratchard up to 4th. And we've got a battle for the lead. CJ Slava is catching Rhett Sawyer. The two cars still staying in front of the leaders. Slava's going to look to the outside. Sawyer's going to have a big slip up in 3 and 4. Moves CJ Slava to the lead in the 222 machine. Still trying to work around the number 2, Chris Andrews. Andrews has got some fresher tires, but it's got a little bit of damage, and Slava's going to look to the inside. Not going to be able to do it. The outside momentum is going to let Andrews get by. Will Slava pop up top or keep it? No, he's going to keep it down on the inside. He thinks he can get it done down there. He's going to almost clear him coming out of 4, but the 2 has just got enough left in the tank. I think that if the 2 could try to stay on the lead lap here, or at least get a lap back, he might be able to do something with a couple of these cars. There's still about 3 or 4 cars in front of him that are a few laps down, so he could possibly gain a couple spots if he can keep it in front of the leaders just before the stage. Lap number 29, last lap of the stage. Rhett Sawyer's got in front of CJ Slava while Slava was battling with Andrews. Andrews might be able to hold on to his lap. Andrews slips up. Sawyer slips up. Slava's going to look to the inside, and your winner of the first stage is Rhett Sawyer. He's going to take home our first stage, sponsored by the Narcolepsy Network. Narcolepsy Network is a nonprofit patient support organization that helps raise awareness and advocates for research and development for the understanding and treatment of narcolepsy. Narcolepsy Network, supporting people with narcolepsy since 1986. Pulling off the first stage win, the number 32 machine of Rhett Sawyer. CJ Slava trying so hard to get by. And it looks like the official timing's going to show CJ Slava out ahead of Rhett Sawyer at the moment, but Rhett Sawyer is going to take home your stage 1 win. Now, after these stages, will these guys take some tires and get some fuel in these hot rods for stage number 2? We will have to see as they come around 3 and 4. Rich Pratchard currently in 3rd, Williams McGee in 4th, and Ronnie Radnoff in that 115 has made his way up to 5th place. And here they come, all the leaders coming down pit road. It is going to be a busy one. And here's the race off pit road. Looks like CJ Slava's got it. Rich Pratchard's going to beat Rhett Sawyer. So move Rich Pratchard up 1 spot on pit road. looks like Fox Highwind is going to come out a couple spots ahead on pit road as well. Fox Highwind is going to come out on pit road 4th. Good stop for that number 57 team. And if my eyes are serving me correct, oh, there it is. He's going in this time. I thought Gunny was staying out and going to take the point. But he's going to hit the pit road and relinquish the lead to CJ Slava. While we got a moment, we'll go and take you through your top 10 as of pit stops for the first stage. CJ Slava, your Xfinity champion last year, making his first appearance to the lead in that 222 machine this year. Rich Pratchard in the 86 is going to be running in second, with Rhett Sawyer in that number 32 machine hot on his tail in third position. Fox Highwind has got that number 57 up to fourth, with Ronnie Radnoff right behind him in the 115. Rosca Santagria up in sixth place in that number 35 machine, with Delaney Nash right behind him in seventh. David Dunwoody got that car up to eighth place. Nice paint scheme for that Black Magic team this year. We know that 28 can get it done. We'll see if he can put that car back in victory lane this season. Another driver we know can get it done. Haven't seen him much this year. The 96, Berto de Moya, has got that car up into the top 10. And Liam Boss in the 413 is rounding out your 10th position. So a few Black Magic cars right there running around the top 10. Let's see if these guys help each other or start battling with each other. We'll have to see which one of these three drivers up front is going to start running away with it. Each one had seemed like they had their own little separate spot in the run where they excelled. Slava really got it at the beginning, and then Sawyer got it, and then Pratchard really came in at the end. So we'll see what these guys got. These three have been battling it out up front all race long, and now they've got clean air ahead of them. As they come out of turn number 4, we're going to start stage number 2. 30 more laps to go the distance. The pace car's pulling on off, and CJ Slava's got it in his hands. Green flag in the air. We're back racing, and Slava and Pratchard get a great start on Sawyer. Clean and green through 1 and 2 so far. Slava's going to get it. Sawyer's got to run on the inside. Ronnie Radnoff with them fresh tires coming in the mix. Comes in hard, really has to get on the brakes. That's going to break momentum, and that's going to allow a lot of these drivers to get by. 3 wide going into 1 for those guys. Ronnie's going to fall back quite a few positions after that one. Slava's in the lead. Pratchard looking on the outside, trying to take it away. He's got Rhett Sawyer trying to give him a push. And Pratchard's going to go to the lead. Move the 86 to P1. And Rhett Sawyer's going to follow him by CJ Slava on the outside. Move Slava back to third. Delaney Nash has now got the 41 up to fourth. He's got a run coming on these guys. Slava's going to try to look down to the inside, and Nash is going to try to follow him by. Sawyer's got the momentum on the outside. Can he hold on? Yes, he's going to keep it, but Slava's going to go by Rich Pratchard. He's going to take the lead once more, battling it out. Rhett Sawyer's going to look to the inside. Nash is going to stick his nose in. Big battles for the lead up here. Here comes Berto De Moya. He wants in. De Moya up to fourth. CJ Slava's running. These guys, loving watching these guys run away. Delaney Nash has got himself up to second. He's going to put a run on Slava. Side-by-side action from 4th to 10th. Sawyer is under pressure from a lot of cars. De Moya's looking to the inside of Nash for second. De Moya's going to take it. Nash is going to try to battle back on the outside, going down the front straightaway. Not sure if that's going to work for him, as De Moya's got the preferred entry into the corner. No, De Moya's not going to be able to clear him for second. Slava's just starting to run away. Got the 35, Araska Santagria right there behind him in fourth, with David Dunwoody running behind him a couple seconds behind in fifth. Looks like Tom Crean's moved up into the top 10 in that number 77 machine. He's got himself up to sixth. Trying to make a move on Dunwoody at the moment. Trying to break into that top 5. Dunwoody's going to slam the door. CJ Slava gets taken over. Delaney Nash goes to the lead. Berto De Moya gives him a push by. De Moya and Slava going to battle side by side as Delaney Nash now has the point. We'll see if that 41 can pull away. None of these guys have really been able to pull a gap more than a half a second on these guys. Even with them battling behind, they just seem to get a run and just go. As you see Slava coming back on Nash, trying to make something happen on the outside. Not going to happen. Will he look down to the inside, going into 3? He doesn't have the run to do it. He's going to be right on his tail. He's going to look to the outside. Berto De Moya is going to look to the inside of Slava, but Slava's got to run on the outside of Nash. Slava still falls back, just can't get there. Nash blocking high, blocking low. We have a 3-way battle for the lead. Nash, Slava, and De Moya. 1, 2, 3. Now they single file out down the backstretch. David Dunwoody's watching it all happen in fourth. Just a half a second back. Ronnie Radnoff, after that braking area, is now working, trying to get back up to fourth. So that 115 definitely has some power under the hood. As we are in lap 45, 5 more laps to go in the stage. Slava trying to battle with Nash. Nash on the outside, trying to hang on. But with no push help, CJ Slava goes back to the lead. Draft definitely coming into effect here. As our top 3 have kind of broke away. But Ronnie Radnoff, I think if he gets up to these guys and can get in front of them, I think he might run away. He is literally past David Dunwoody and come and caught these guys. You see the car back behind Ronnie Radnoff is David Dunwoody. You see how much ground he's gained on these leaders. Be it they are battling. That 115 is flying. As he's caught your leaders, looks to the outside of Berto De Moya, but CJ Slava's there. He's going to give CJ Slava a push down the back straight. Now going to be side by side with Berto De Moya as they go into 3 and 4. But the power of the 115 just powers on the outside of DeMoya. And coming down the straightaway, he's going to clear and move Ronnie Radnoff up to third. Nash up in the lead now, battling with Slava. Nash in the lead as they come out of 4. One more lap to go left in the stage. It's Nash, Slava, Radnoff, and DeMoya at the moment. Slava's going to look to the outside of Nash. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum. Oh, my bad. It is lap 60 for the stage. I'm getting way ahead of myself. It seems like they got 10 more laps to go before the stage is getting done. Nash is now pulled up almost a half a second gap and is now looking at the bumper of the 42 machine. Jack Brown going to put him a lap down. Brown's going to block him going into 1 and 2. That's going to slow Nash up. Ronnie Radnoff goes to the outside of CJ Slava and takes that position away. Move Radnoff up to second. What a performance from that 115 machine. Now pulling on CJ Slava, trying to catch Nash before he gets that lap car in between them. Nash is going to clear the 42, but Radnoff is down on the inside. The 42 left the door open. He pushes him down on the apron. Radnoff needs to move. DeMoya's made his way up to third, and he's caught him. Stuck on the inside is not where you want to be. Looks like you want to pass on the outside as DeMoya takes second place and gets caught behind a 42 and slows up. That's going to slow up Radnoff. That's going to allow Delaney Nash to make his lead even further. That 41 machine has got now just over a second gap on these two. Stuck behind a lap car. Lap car goes low. I think these guys are finally going to get by. No, they're going to go they're going to go 3 wide, 4 position behind the lap car. Slava dives it down low. Radnoff is going to come the winner in the middle there with DeMoya on the outside of Slava. Now Slava's going to look down to the inside of the apron, make it 3 wide with the lap car. They're going to split them. Slava gets it done. DeMoya gets it done. Moves Slava up to third. He's going to drop down. Now DeMoya's going to have the momentum. He's going to get by Slava. Making it very interesting out here. One lap car mixing it up. But Ronnie Radnoff, he is booking it. He's picked up half a second on the leader, trying to chase down Delaney Nash once again. This 115 is really showing us that he has the car to beat today. Can catch anybody, pass him on the outside, and keep going. We'll see if he's got enough time to catch Delaney Nash. There's 4 laps to go. Coming to the stripe. 3 laps to go now left in the stage. And he's almost there. He's within a half a second. He's gaining 0.2 a lap. We got one more lap car coming into the picture. Will Nash catch him before the stage is up? We'll have to see. But now Delaney Nash pulling on Ronnie Radnoff. So Radnoff falling behind just another 10th on that lap. Not quite able to get it. Tires starting to level off. But that 115 putting on a show. Getting his way back up front. It looks like Straxpool in the 38 is about to go a lap down. As Delaney Nash goes to his inside. And he is going to put that 38 machine a lap down. He is now in 35th position. He's going to battle back on the outside. I wonder if he just came out of the pits. But nope, Nash is going to get him. But that's allowed Ronnie Radnoff to get within a car length of Delaney Nash. And he's going to go to the outside. One more lap left in the stage. Ronnie Radnoff looks to the outside of Delaney Nash with Straxpool right in front. Andrews coming out of the pits. Nash is going to battle on the inside. He's going to take it. Don't know what happened with Radnoff there, but he lost about 4 car lengths. Delaney Nash going to get by Straxpool on the inside. Don't think Radnoff has enough time to get there as they come out of turn 4. Your stage 2 winner, the number 41, Delaney Nash. The end of the stage presented by the Narcolepsy Network once again. And wow, did Rodney Radnoff almost get Delaney Nash. He got to his outside, but the 38 was in the way. Delaney Nash gonna come home stage 2 winner, and he's gonna get that precious stage point everybody wants. And that is gonna set the stage for the last stage. And we are gonna have a good time. Delaney Nash, Ronnie, in that number 115 put the pedal down in the last 10 laps of that stage. Radnoff is going to be in second before these pit stops. Berto de Moya is running third. Liam Boss has got his car up to fourth with CJ Slava in fifth. Rosca Santagria is in sixth. Tom Krieg in seventh. Rhett Sawyer in eighth. Zachary Taylor in ninth. And Steve Byrne is rounding out your top 10. But that's all about to change as we come out of turn number 4. We're going to see pit stops once again. The leaders duck off, and it is going to be one busy pit road. And here comes the race off pit road. Delaney Nash is going to take it. Ronnie Radnoff and Berto de Moya coming out 1, 2, 3. Looks like CJ Slava is going to lose a couple positions on pit road that time. Move CJ Slava down 2 spots on that pit road. Currently, right now, our fast mover of the race, the number 96, Berto de Moya, up 34 positions from his original starting spot. Not sure if he had a rough time qualifying or what happened, but good to see him running up here in the top 3 as you see our lap cars making their way onto pit road. Looks like 21 drivers currently still on the lead lap, with Bobby Leo Moxon rounding out our lead lap drivers. see Chris Andrews in front of Delaney Nash there. Looks like he is going to be trying to get a wave around, or he's going to be taking the pits. I'm not sure. But it looks like Frank Wade in the number 5 machine, he's gotten himself up to 12th position. He's been running kind of in the back of the pack all day. He's got himself just behind Rhett Sawyer there, almost breaking the top 10. But Delaney Nash is going to bring us to the green with Ronnie Radnoff on his outside. With fresh tires, I wonder if that 115 being up front and on the outside, if he's going to get around Nash and pull on these guys. We'll have to see. You can see the 222 and the 89 of Slava and Bird there with the same paint job sitting right next to each other. Looks pretty cool. Got bright yellow and red. Cannot miss them guys. But they're going to make their way down this long backstretch, and we're going to get set for the third and final stage for the Goals 150 here at Chicagoland. That Porsche pace car getting ready to go to safety and pit road. Delaney Nash had some competition this last stage. Held on. Can he hold on for the rest of it? 85 more laps to go. We're going to go clean and green through turn number 1. Radnoff goes way high. Boss is going to look to the inside. We're going to go 3 wide going down the backstretch. Berto De Moya is going to look down to the inside of Nash for the lead. Can he get it done? They're going to be side by side as they come across the stripe. Give that one to Delaney Nash. Nash is going to lead that lap, but Liam Boss in the 413 trying to push Nash on the outside. Boss had a lot of success in the Truck Series. Made his way up now to the NASCAR Series, and he is up to second place. Working on Delaney Nash, those two pulling just a few car lengths on the rest of the field. Radnoff coming back from his high line going into turn number 1, back in third, right on Boss's tail. Caution is out on the speedway. Big wreck. Wade's in it. Dunwoody, Smith, Gunny, Delp Jr., Moxon, Davis. Looks like Jones is in it as well. Straxpool is in it. We had 4 wide race, and Jones comes up on Davis, so David pinches Dunwoody, and Dunwoody just turns Wade. And that just sends the 48 into the wall, and a domino effect. Nowhere for Gunny to go, and that 68 machine just gets caught right in the pile. And Straxpool there just chills in the middle of the racetrack and doesn't try to go low, and gets into the back of Wade there, which is a big bummer. It looks like a couple more cars a little further back got into some damage. We're going to ride along with Straxpool and see exactly what happened. Bunch of smoke. And there you see it, just barely getting into it. He's just a little impatient, wanting to get through. So not too much damage for Straxpool. Should be able to be all right. We'll have to see if he hits the pit road to try to fix anything. And it looks like he's not coming to pit road, so not enough damage for the 38 to come down. Looks like Frank Wade and all the other drivers in that incident are coming down pit road this time. So caution on lap 67 is going to leave Delaney Nash in the lead with a hungry Liam Boss behind him. Boss up 28 positions from his starting spot. So a good drive for that 413 machine. David Leathers, after that beginning issue, has made his way up to 21st position. And I mean, it's not really uh, too bad considering that Bobby Leo Moxon is not really that far in front of him now. Um, so we'll have to see exactly what happens with the points battle. But currently, Bobby Leo Moxon is being shown last place, and David Leathers is being shown 22nd. So, I believe Moxon, after that incident, may be out of this race. Oh, and just like that, Bobby Leo Moxon jumps up to 20th position. And David Leathers is in 26. So I guess he was just on pit road. Had a little scoring error. But David Leathers is now only 6 places behind Bobby Leo Moxon. That is 6 points, and Bobby Leo Moxon is only 4 points behind Leathers. So at this point in time, Moxon does have the points lead over Leathers. But being that far in the back, I mean, someone in third or fourth may sneak up and steal that lead from the two of them with a good finish today. But we're going to double them up, get them ready to go again. Nash, Boss, Radnoff, Santagria, and Taylor, your top 5. Don't forget about that 2-2-2 of CJ Slava on the outside. You also see Pratchard and Sawyer a few rows back. Those guys were fairly fast early on in this race. We'll have to see if they can work their way back up to the front, but we have got a lot of fast drivers making moves up at the front of this pack. At least a good top 10 has been making some moves, so we will see what we've got left in store. 71 laps complete of the 150 scheduled. And these last 70 are going to be something. The pace car ducks on off the field in the hands of Delaney Nash. Green flag in the air. And Boss is going to try to do something on the outside. Can he hold on going through 1 and 2? Oh, and Nash gets turned around into Boss. Rodney Radnoff gets into the 41. Caution flag in the air. And another problem going into turn number 1. We'll have to see what happened there. It looks like Rodney Radnoff gets into Liam Boss, which turns Boss into Nash and puts Nash face first into the wall. Almost flips that number 41 machine. Luckily, them roof flaps came out and it stayed on the ground. Rosca Santagria getting a real bad portion of it as well. Luckily, it didn't get too much of the field. But a bummer for those few drivers who had such a great run. Rosca Santagria up there running 4th place. Gets just nowhere to go with that 35 machine. Tough break for Delaney Nash. Leading the goals 150. Putting on a show, holding off drivers for stage points, and gets turned on a restart going into turn number 1. But we know that these guys take a little damage. They're going to go down pit lane. So will we see Radnoff and Boss come down pit lane due to the little bit of damage they've got? We'll have to see. Couple cars coming down pit road at this time. Looks like David Dunwoody and Gerald Smith might have come down pit road. Dunwoody having a little bit of damage on that car. Smith missing an entire front end on that 31 machine, just trying to stay out and get some points. Gerald Smith having a really tough year this year. Just if there's an accident and that 31 is around it, he's probably in it. It's just been a really, really rough year for them guys in that Klondike team. So looking to see if we can get that season turned around for that 31 machine, but currently still being shown in 15th position on the lead lap. So not doing too bad. Looks like your leaders are not coming to pit road. So maybe not enough damage. I thought Boss got quite a bit of damage on his right front there on the 413 machine. He's definitely got a damaged front end, so not sure why he's not coming down to the pit road. Maybe he's gonna do the crazy stuff and come down pit road when we go green flag. Not exactly sure, but we'll have to keep an eye on that because that is a lot of damage to have running up front in front of all these guys. So Ronnie Radnoff in the 115, gonna be your leader. We're gonna come across the stripe and we're gonna get the 1 to go signal, and we're gonna double them up, and we're gonna get ready to go racing. This is our halfway point. 75 laps complete. 75 more laps to go. Liam Boss has got a bunch of damage, and he is on the outside of your front row. We'll see if he ends up trying to come down pit road on the first lap, and what that might do to mix up the field. Zachary Taylor currently running third with DeMoya in fourth, Slava in fifth, Krieg in sixth, Bird in seventh, Pratchard running eighth. Tyler Markles made his way into the top 10 of that 43 machine. He's running ninth. And Rhett Sawyer in that number 32 is rounding out your top 10. Track definitely getting rubbered in. You can see how dark the track is starting to get. Halfway through this race, that pace car is ready to get off this track. Can Radnoff run away, or will Zachary Taylor take it from him? We're going to find out. Green flag is in the air. We're back racing at Chicagoland. Oh, we get a little bit of bump. I think we keep it green through turn number one. Slava gets really close, gets loose, but we keep it clean through 1 and 2. Radnoff's got the lead. Boss falling back quickly. And we're 3 and 4 wide going through 3 and 4. They keep it together. DeMoya goes to pit road. Boss staying out on the track. Radnoff under fire. Zachary Taylor moves to the lead, and we've got a caution on the racetrack. Another caution flag. Lap number 78 with Zachary Taylor currently in the lead, and it's a big one. It's the big one, folks. Dustin Slider, Brian Delp Jr. again, Zach Halldorf, and a few others. Looks like Bobby Leo Moxon We are 4 and 5 wide. Look at this pack. Gerald Smith is in it. Let's see what Bobby Leo Moxon sees. Just 4 wide of cars trying to go through the corner, and you just can't do that. Slater and Moxon get the worst of it, as Dustin Slater gets put headfirst into the wall from the low lane. It's like Smith, I can't even tell who did that. There's so much bump in there. Looks like the 42 caused all of that. Oh, it was the 39 gets into Sawyer. That was the beginning. And then the 42 pinched the 31, or he hit the apron. No, the 31 came down, hit the 42, and sent those two up. So it was actually Gerald Smith in his noseless car who came down on the 42 machine and Jack Brown and sent them up towards Dustin Slater. And Slater nowhere to go in the middle of a 4-wide situation. But that is going to allow Zachary Taylor to take the lead from Radnoff. Bird is actually in third. Slava is in fourth. And Liam Buss, surprisingly, still holding on into fifth place with that 413 machine. If you take a look at the scoreboard, folks, 19th and 20th, Bobby Leo Moxon and David Leathers. David Leathers 1 lap behind Bobby Leo Moxon, but now just 1 position behind. If Moxon loses 1 lap, Leathers, after an unfortunate incident at the beginning of the race, may be able to hold on to his spot over Moxon. While we got a minute, why don't we actually take a look at the standings and see if we've got someone running up front we weren't expecting, because Hop, Vasquez, Andrews, Dunwoody, all of them guys really had some problems at the beginning of the race. And all these guys that I'm seeing in the top 10 of the points have all had a rough race. It honestly looks like Tyler Markle is going to be our highest scoring driver at the moment. He is currently 6th place in points, 14 points behind David Leathers, and is currently running 12th position on the lead lap. So, great run for that number 43 machine in this race of attrition. Currently, what is that, 8 positions over top of David Leathers and a lot of these other guys. So could be a big move for Tyler Markle after this one if he can just hold on for the last 60 laps. As we're going to get the 1 to go signal, we're going to double it up. We'll keep an eye on that number 43 machine and see if he can hold on and come out a little higher up on the scoreboard. Zachary Taylor, though, the one to watch. The number 14 machine going to start on the pole for this restart. With Rodney Radnoff in that 115, he's been very fast all day. Starting to the outside with the teammates behind them, Slava and Bird in that second row. 2 very hungry drivers ready to go. We'll see if we can keep it clean this time. These guys did some awesome racing under the green flag, so we'll see if we can't keep that green flag out this time. We're going to go through 3 and 4 one more time. And we are just waiting for that pace car to pull off the track. Looks like 14 drivers still on the lead lap. Rhett Sawyer, your last car on the lead lap at the moment. That pace car is going to pull off, and that green flag's going to come out. We're going racing. Looks like Slava's got to jump on Bird on the outside in that second row. Radnoff going to hold on to the outside, but Taylor's going to push him to the top. Not going to be able to do anything. As Slava's going to look down to the inside. Slava's going to try to go for the lead down the backstretch. Slava and Bird going to work down together on the inside. Slava's going to take the lead, but Taylor's going to fight back on the outside. He's going to lead that lap. Rodney Radnoff giving a push. He goes to the way outside. Freddie Trammell Jr. sticking his face in there. The number 56 move him up to third place. Great restart for him. Zachary Taylor starting to open up a little bit of a gap over Radnoff. Not much, but 3 car lengths could turn into 6 if the 15 gets a little wiggle in 1 and 2. Trammell looking to the inside. He wants second. And you can give it to him. He's going to clear Radnoff, but he's going to get loose going through 3 and 4. He's going to lose a lot of momentum. Radnoff's going to go by. Bird and Slava are going to split him. May be able to hold on to one spot there, but he gets a little loose there again. He's going to battle back on the outside. He's going to take that spot away from Slava. And then number 83, Chad Ross, is going to pop his nose into the picture. Move the number 83 up to 5th place. Up 32 positions from where he started. So he is our current fast mover of the race. You see Brian Delp Jr. coming out of the pit road once again. Zachary Taylor's almost got a full second over Radnoff now. As these guys start to spread out, Taylor really just all of a sudden pulling from the field. We haven't seen anybody really be able to just pull, especially on Roddy Radnoff. He's made up a couple seconds on some drivers today. See if he can do it here. Everybody's last pit stop was on lap 62. I have to imagine we'll have one more pit stop here during this caution, or this third stage. Radnoff almost catching back up to Taylor. He's coming close. He's got it within 0.4 of a second. And Steve Bird and Chad Ross back there, a 1.5 seconds back from the leader, battling it out for third. And Tyler Markle up from 11th on the restart, up to 6th, battling with Freddie Trammell Jr. Going 3 wide with Rich Pratchard into turn 3. Trammell's going to think better of it. He's going to let out and move Tyler Markle up to 5th position. He keeps going, he might actually take the points lead. He's going to try to go to the outside of Steve Bird for 4th. So a great run for that number 43 machine this year. As we've got a battle for the lead, Rodney Radnoff goes to the outside of a slipping Zachary Taylor. Move Radnoff back to the lead. Taylor falling back after getting a little bit loose in 3 and 4. Gonna now have a 3 or 4 car length gap to make up. Not too many lap cars out front of these guys right now, so fairly clean air for your leaders for the time being. Rodney Radnoff really opening up the gap on Taylor right now. 0.6 of a second, currently over 2 seconds back to the number 83 of Chad Ross running third. Tyler Markle and Steve Bird battling it out for 4th place. Richard Pratchard right behind him in 6th. That 86 machine going to try to make a move on Tyler Markle. He's going to get a little loose through 1 and 2. Radnoff now 1 second out in front of the pack. Just continuing to open up his gap. Chad Ross under fire from Steve Bird now. Bird took it from Markle. Now coming up, you see Slater back on racetrack. Getting a little in the way of this battle for 3rd position. Slater's going to come back on and enter the battle, get in the way, move Bird up to 3rd place, and move Ross back, stuck battling with Slater. So Bird is going to try to catch Taylor and Radnoff. Zachary Taylor starting to catch Rodney Radnoff back. And then Radnoff pulls just a little bit further ahead. It's just kind of a yo-yo they're playing right now, staying currently about a second apart from each other. Brett Sawyer and CJ Slava battling it out for 11th place right now. See the one machine, Antoine Bernoulli, there right behind him. Guys just trying to make their way around some lap traffic, but 10 car Will Bustler currently lap traffic trying to get through. Big battle here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Markle going to the outside, stuck behind Slater. Is he going to make a move? Or is he just going to push Slater past Taylor? Markle trying to go to the outside of Taylor for 2nd. Not sure if it's going to be able to do anything with the lap car in front. Move him back, but we've got a 4-way battle for 2nd place. This is just allowing Ronnie Radnoff to pull further ahead. Now 2.4 seconds ahead of these guys. We are now 100 laps complete, 50 more laps to go left in this race. I have to imagine that any time now these guys could stop and make it on fuel. So we will be seeing some green flag pit stops here shortly unless we get another caution. It's nice to see some green flag racing. Tyler Markle's made his way up to second place. He's gotten past Bird, Ross, and Taylor, and is now putting a gap between them on his way to Ronnie Radnoff. He's got a way to go, though. 3.5 seconds, the gap between the 43 and the 115. See Ronnie Radnoff going into turn 3 as Markle's coming out of turn 2, so he's got a little bit of a gap on him. But Markle running really fast, having a great race for that 43 machine. It looks like Radnoff is still actually pulling on Tyler Markle. So Ronnie Radnoff still the fastest car out here. Tyler Markle running second, but still losing ground on Radnoff in clean air. So the 115 machine just having a great run. Putting almost 0.2 of a second a lap on Markle running second. Markle is about to be under fire from Chad Ross as Ronnie Radnoff is getting stuck behind some lap traffic. Got a battle for second. Chad Ross and Tyler Markle about to be going at it. Ross is caught back up to Markle. Ross does look to the inside. Losing more and more on the leader. 4.5 seconds. The gap battle is for second. Give it to Chad Ross. Move Tyler Markle back to third. Now, to be fair, Tyler Markle did pit on lap 80, whereas Radnoff and most of your top 5 pitted on lap 62. Chad Ross pitted on lap 69, and Markle pitted on lap 80. So Markle has definitely got fresher tires than these guys. I have to imagine in the next 5 or so laps, we're going to be seeing green flag pit stops. Markle will probably take the lead for a little while until these guys with new tires come back on him. But he's got about 12 lap, about 20 lap newer tires than these guys. So he'll be able to stay on the racetrack for a little bit longer than the rest of the field. So we are seeing a little bit of pit strategy coming out. I do see quite a few drivers with a lap 80 pit. So we will have to see what that does to the mix-up of the field when we go through green flag pit stops. Currently, Ronnie Radnoff out front, 4.3 seconds. The gap back to Chad Ross. Tyler Markle running third. Zachary Taylor in fourth, and Steve Bird rounding out your top 5. Chad Ross is our fast mover of the race. Currently running second, up 34 positions from where he started. So pretty spectacular run for that 83 machine as he's catching a battling duo of the 42 and 15. Might slow him down a little bit and allow Markle to catch back up. It's never a good thing when lap cars are side by side when you're coming up on them that fast. He gives the 42 a push and gets him around Slater, and then Slater goes back to the outside and tries to follow the 83. Tyler Markle losing ground, and we got a bunch of cars coming off the pit road. All laps down. They come out right in front of some of your leaders. We waiting to see any of our leaders come to pit road. It's been 50 laps since these guys have made pit stops. And they look like they're getting a little loose. Radnoff still way out front, 5 seconds in front of Chad Ross. He's got cruise control on, and he's got older tires than Ross and Markle and still pulling on them. So a very quick car for Radnoff today. See, the sun's starting to go down a little bit in the sky. Might make cooler temperatures and a little bit more grip. But Radnov has got 5 seconds over Chad Ross and 6 seconds over Tyler Markle in third. So really showing us how it's done today. Nobody's been able to pull away from the field quite like this. 115 laps completed, only 45 more laps to go. One more pit stop to determine this one. We've been cleaning green for about 40 laps. Couple lap cars in front of Radnoff, battling side by side. Looks like Straxpool. Is that Gunny? Right in front of him, I believe it is. The number 68 machine. Real tough break, was running in the top 10 and just caught wrong place, wrong time. Now currently running 32nd position. Radnoff just trying to get by lap traffic. They're making it difficult. These guys all on very old tires. I'm gonna dive to the inside, try to make it happen. Gutsy move, battling with lap cars. Radnoff gonna get by him. Straxpool gonna really work on him. But Radnoff's gonna get by clean, and he's gonna open up a little bit of a gap and make himself feel a little better. Those two were a little too close for comfort. As he comes by to complete lap 120, 30 more laps to go now. We definitely know they can make it on fuel from now, because that's where they pitted at the end of the first stage. So we'll have to see if any of these guys start coming to pit road. Ronnie Radnoff last pitted on lap 62, so it'll be 60 laps this next time around that he has come to pit road. He is about to pass Jones in that number 48 machine and put that 48 another lap down. Jones currently running 25th position. Still having a rough time getting around Jones. Just holding hard on the outside. But even with older tires, Radnoff is getting it done. But if you look up at the scoring tower, the lap cars are definitely wearing on Radnoff. He's lost 2 seconds to Chad Ross. Chad Ross now 3 seconds behind and gaining. Tyler Markle still holding on to that third position. He's got almost 5 seconds over Zachary Taylor. And it looks like our leaders coming to pit road. Green flag pit stops have commenced. Rodney Radnoff coming down pit road on lap 124. Rich Pratchard and Liam Boss also coming to pit road. CJ Slava coming to pit road this time as well. So 4 drivers coming to pit road, lap 124. And this is where it gets interesting. With 30 laps to go, Chad Ross is going to need to come down. He's currently your leader right now, but he had 7 more laps on tires than everybody else did. And then Tyler Markle running second was lap 80. So if Tyler Markle stays on the racetrack until 60 laps passed, he will have like 9 laps to go when he gets back out on the racetrack. If he pits then, there could be a caution, there could be something that happens there. We'll have to see. But currently, Chad Ross in the lead with Tyler Markle in second. Markle is 1.4 seconds behind Ross. Ross making his way through a lot of lap traffic right now. But we will definitely have to keep an eye on Ronnie Radnoff and see if they can keep that car, like if they can actually really gain some time on Chad Ross and Tyler Markle on this early pit stop. Oh, and there comes Chad Ross to pit road. 128. So he's kind of following. Tyler Markle's going to take the point and go to the lead. I'm not exactly sure how long these guys can go on fuel, but I have to imagine they are pushing it to the last lap. So I have to imagine Tyler Markle is not going to be able to make it to the end with 80 laps of fuel. So he's going to have to come to pit road one more time along with Craig, Trammell, Highwind, Sawyer, Wilson, and DeMoya. Tyler Markle out front right now, 6 seconds ahead of Krieg in second place in that number 77 machine. Looks like the 7 of Javier Vasquez is coming out of the pits. As Tyler Markle comes across the stripe, it's going to be 20 more laps to go. Well, this time it will be 19 laps to go. As you see, the 115 machine unlapping himself from your leader with them new tires. And seeing how much faster he's going, you have to think that Tyler Markle is going to want to come down pit road here shortly, or he's going to lose a lot of time to them fresh tires. Maybe he's got enough fuel to hold on for the next 18 laps. We will see. Berto Namoya coming around trying to get his lap back. Keep an eye on that ticker. Ronnie Radnoff, 28 seconds back from Tyler Markle. He is really on a move. And there it is, Tyler Markle coming to pit road, lap 134. Is he going to be able to get it done? Can he come out in front of Ronnie Radnoff? I don't think he can do it. I think Radnoff had too much time on fresh tires. As you see him, he goes across the stripe. He's going to come out in front of Tyler Markle. Tom Krieg now leading, only 3 drivers. 3, maybe 4 drivers left to pit that are on the lead lap. Tom Krieg, Fox Highwind, and Rhett Sawyer. There goes Krieg. Krieg's coming down pit road right now. Fox Highwind is going to stay out. Ronnie Radnoff's up to 3rd now after his green flag pit stop. He should be cycled into the leader. Ronnie Radnoff, 8 seconds behind the leader right now, behind Highwind. And he is gaining on that. Currently, Ross is about 2 seconds behind Ronnie Radnoff. And then it's Taylor and Markle. So Sawyer coming down pit road now for the last time on 138. And Fox Highland is the last car out there on the lead lap that needs to pit. I have a feeling he's coming down this time, and he is. So your last car to pit is the number 57. He's making his pit stop at lap 139. That is going to take the 115 of Ronnie Radnoff and put him back in the lead with 11 laps to go. 1.1 seconds back to Chad Ross. Chad Ross trying to catch up. And Tyler Markle in third place with them brand new tires is 8.4 seconds back. Chad Ross currently catching Ronnie Radnoff ever so slightly. He's got a couple lap newer tires, and he's got one lap car in between them. Can they get anything done? Under 10 laps to go. It'll be 9 more to go as they cross the straight this time by. Radnoff starting to pull just ever so slightly on Ross. Seconds now, the gap between Ronnie Radnoff and Chad Ross as he comes across the stripe. 8 more laps to go, and he is just gaining tenths and tenths and tenths. He just put a half a second on in that couple turns, just really hammering the throttle. He's got 2 lap cars in between them. I believe that's David Wilson and David Dunwoody in between. And these lap cars are starting to catch them. All these lap cars are pitted a lot later. So now they're catching up to our leader, making things interesting. Tyler Markle now 6.5 seconds behind. He is gaining with his new tires. And with all this lap traffic, Ronnie Radnoff is going to be losing something here. Can Markle catch him? Markle almost down to 5 seconds to gap, but we almost have 5 laps to go. Radnoff having a rough time getting through the corners, but as he comes across the stripe, we have 5 more laps to go in the Goals 150 at Chicagoland. The lights are on, the sun is down, and Ronnie Radnoff is out in the lead. But Ross and Markle are coming, more so Markle than Ross. Markle now 4.5 seconds back. Not gaining enough time to be able to catch him, though, as he comes across the stripe with 4 laps to go. Chad Ross running second, just 3.5 seconds back from Radnoff. Just not able to run him down. I said it early on in the race when I watched that 115 power up 1.5 seconds from 4th to the pack of the leaders, that I knew this man meant business. Now he's dealing with a bunch of lap cars with fresh tires, just trying to hold on to it. But a great drive for the 115 machine He's going to come on turn number 4. There's popsicle sticks in the air. 2 more laps to go for your leader, Ronnie Radnoff. Chad Ross, 3.6 seconds back, and Tyler Markle's still stuck 4.7 seconds back, so not enough gaining, even with all this chaos going around the leader. Still a great run for that number 43 machine. If they can hold it in, he may be your new points leader after this race. David Leathers in 19th. That is definitely more than 14 points. But the white flag is out for Ronnie Radnoff. One more time around Chicagoland. He has got nobody around him. And he has done it, folks. All he's got to do is get through these last 2 corners. And he's going to do it. No slip-ups out of turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. Your winner of the Goals 150, Ronnie Radnoff. Chad Ross in that number 83 machine is going to take it home second place, with Tyler Markle in the number 43 moving over to Black Magic Racing this year. Comes home third and possibly, unofficially, your new points leader. Steve Bird in that number 89 machine coming home in 4th place, with Zachary Taylor bringing that number 14 home in 5th. Tom Krieg in 6th, CJ Slava 7th, Freddie Chamel Jr. in 8th, Liam Boss in 9th, and Fox Highwind, that number 57 machine, rounding out your top 10. But your winner, the man who got it done, the number 115 there, Ronnie Radnoff, really put on a show, made the pit stops work for him, and got it all taken care of. Great performance by him and the rest of these drivers. Pretty crazy caution flag filled event, but nonetheless, we got it over. We've got our winner. And what a race it was to watch. For everybody here at the Esports Simulation League and Education Solutions, we thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you next week.